We've still got a minute before we start. You can choose this morning whether you'd like to stay seated or come to lie down. So just take these first few moments to arrive on your mat. You might even be seated in a chair. Good morning, Chris. So either starting in a reclined position or in a seated position with a nice upright spine, just relaxing your shoulders. You might like to close the eyes or just have a soft downward glance. And you might like to just start by breathing in through the nose, opening the mouth and sighing the breath away, really slowing the out breath down. So perhaps the exhalation being 2 or 3 times longer than the in-breath. And whether you're sitting or lying, we're going to start off with a beautiful breathing practice. Haven't done this for a while, which involves using the hands. So we're going to start off with the left hand. And whether you're lying or sitting, I invite you to bring the tip of the thumb to the base of the index finger. Now we're also going to add some words as we follow the breath with this practice. So we'll just start by exhaling all breath. And then as we breathe in, we're going to slide the thumb up to the top of the index finger, saying to ourselves, may my body, and as we exhale, we slide it back down, anchor me. So let's do that again with the index finger. May my body anchor me. Once more. May my body anchor me. Now move the thumb to the base of the middle finger. Breathing in. May my breath carry me. May my breath carry me. Once more. May my breath carry me. Now the thumb to the base of the ring finger. Breathing in, may my mind steady me. 2 more. May my mind steady me. May my mind steady me. Now to the little finger. May I return to who I am. Breathing in, may I return to who I am. May I return to who I am. Now leave the left hand and just take a breath. And we're going to do the same now with the right hand. So thumb to the base of the index finger. When you're ready, breathing in, may my body anchor me. So 2 more. May my body anchor me. May my body anchor me. Now move to the middle finger. May my breath carry me. May my breath carry me. Last one. May my breath carry me to the ring finger. May my mind steady me. May my mind steady me. May my mind steady me to the little finger. May I return to who I am. May I return to who I am. May I return to who I am. Good. Now just relax, take a breath, and then we're going to do the same practice with both hands at the same time. So thumbs to the base of the index fingers. May my body carry me. Two more. May my body carry me. May my body carry me. To the middle finger. May my breath carry me. I think I said carry before. It's supposed to be anchor me, the body, sorry. So two more. May my breath carry me. May my breath carry me. And then move to the ring fingers. May my mind steady me. May my mind steady me. May my mind steady me. And last one to the little fingers. May I return to who I am. Two more. May I return to who I am. May I return to who I am. Release your hands, take a breath, and just be with yourself now for a moment, simply aware of your breath flowing in and flowing out. Breath, that intangible substance that gives us life, that allows us to be here now. Nothing is as close to us as our own breath. I'd like to share with you a poem from Donna Foles. Despite illness of body or mind, in spite of blinding despair or habitual belief, who you are is whole. Let nothing keep you separate from the truth. The soul, illumined from within, longs to be known for what it is, undying, untouched by fire or the storms of life. There is a place inside where stillness and abiding peace reside. You can ride the breath to go there. Despite doubt or hopeless turns of mind, you are not broken. Spirit surrounds, embraces, fills you from the inside out. Release everything that isn't your true nature. What's left? The fullness, light and shadow. Claim all that as your birthright. And in the ancient classic text, the Bhagavad Gita, it is written, yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. So the invitation in this morning's practice is to keep connected to yourself, to your breath as much as possible, to return home to yourself again and again and again. So we're going to start to do some movement now, and we're going to start lying on our tummies this morning. So if you're in a seated position, just come to lie down on your tummy. If you're lying on your back, just rolling over onto the other side of you. Good. And we're going to have the arms above the head. Your arms are shoulder width apart, or even in more of a V shape if that's better for your shoulders. And your feet are hip width apart or even a little wider apart. So your chin or your forehead can be on the mat. Let's exhale all breath to begin. And then as we inhale, we're going to lift the left arm, the head, and the left leg. And we're looking for length here rather than height. As you exhale, lower everything down. So we're going to do 4 more of these, just on the left side. So breathing in, we lift, and we're stretching fingertips and toes in opposite directions. And exhale, lower. Synchronize this with your breath. Breathing in, we lift. And breathing out, we lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower.
And one more. And lower. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So when you're ready, right arm, head, and right leg. Exhale, lower. How does this side feel compared to the left side? So 4 more of these. Breathe in, we lift. Breathe out, we lower. Stay with your breath. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, lower. 2 more. Okay, when you finish, we're going to lift both arms, legs, and head this time. So when you're ready, breathe in, lifting everything up. Point your toes, stretch the fingers forward, and lower. 4 more. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. When you finish the last one, rest one hand on top of the other, your chin or your forehead on your hands. And if the lower back's feeling a little bit tender, just bend the lower legs and swing the legs from side to side. Good. Okay, so a little lower back strengthening now. So bring the feet back down onto the mat. Have your inner knees touching, the legs are together, and then we're going to bend the right leg. So your right thigh's on the floor, the foot's in the air, we're flexing the foot. So it's like you're pushing the heel up towards the sky. Now, as we breathe in, we're going to see if we can lift that right thigh off the floor. Push the heel up, hold for a moment, and exhale, lower the thigh, but keep the leg bent. So do 4 more. Inhale, lift. Squeezing the buttock muscle, and exhale, lower. Keep going. When you finish, lower the right leg down, and we'll do the other side. So bending the left leg, flexing the foot, inner knees touching. When you're ready, inhale, lift the thigh. How does this side feel? And exhale, lower. 4 more. Inhale, lift, squeeze, hold, and lower. 3 more. When you finish, lower that left leg down. You might give the legs a little bit of a shake, a bit of a wriggle, perhaps sigh the breath away. And then we're going to come into either Crocodile Makarasana. So the palms of the hands are together. We're resting on our forearms. The feet are hip width apart, or even a bit wider if the lower back's feeling a bit tender. Or Sphinx. Sphinx, the hands are shoulder width apart. You're creating a right angle with your arms, holding. So choosing either Sphinx or Makarasana. We're going to hold perhaps for up to a minute, but of course come down early if this feels a bit intense for you. If you're comfortable, you might close the eyes and direct your gaze up to your third eye, the center of the forehead. So this is called Shambhavi Mudra in yoga. Connecting with your breath, softening the skin of the face, relaxing the mouth. You might like to visualize the breath flowing up and down your spine.
So while you're holding this pose, I'd like to share with you a question that I really love that Brené Brown poses in her book, Braving the Wilderness. She says, what does it take to get to the place in our life where we belong nowhere and everywhere, where belonging is in our heart and not a reward for perfecting, pleasing, proving, and pretending, or something that others can hold hostage or take away? I like that idea of belonging in our heart. So if you can, just 2 or 3 more breaths here. And when you've had enough, just come down, bring the hands alongside your chest, and we're going to push back into child pose. So bend the legs, knees are at least hip width apart, big toes touching. Couple of options. You can either keep the arms extending forward or bring the palms of your hands together and rest the back of your hands on your head, the back of the head. You might like to come back to those words that we started with. May my body anchor me. May my breath carry me. May my mind steady me. May I return to who I am. All right, arms extending forward now. And on your next inhale, come up into cat. Perhaps looking up towards the center of your forehead, rounding the back and sink into child. Let's do a few of these. So breathing in, we lift, gazing up to the center of the forehead. And breathing out, we lower back down. Find your own rhythm here, link movement with breath. No tension in the mouth. Now you're welcome to continue working just as we are now, or the next time we lift into cat, we're going to add down face dog pose. So we come up, we tuck the toes and come into dog, and we hold dog for 1 breath. We lower the knees and come down. So breathing in, we lift, tuck the toes. Down face dog pose, we'll stay for 2 breaths this time. And then we come onto the knees and into child. Breathing in, we lift. Into dog for 3 breaths this time. Know that you can always come down earlier if that's the better option for you this morning. Otherwise, we're holding, we're looking for even weight between hands and feet, relaxing the head and the neck and the face. You might even blow the breath out through the mouth. When it's time, you lower the knees and sink. Okay, last one. This time staying for up to 4 breaths in dog. And it's time, lower down. And take a rest here for a breath or two. And then we're going to come up to kneel, either a low kneel or coming into a high kneel. And we're going to go through some rounds of a kneeling salute with a camel variation at the beginning. So if you haven't done this with me before, just watch and you can follow along. So either down low like I am or in a high kneel. We're going to slip one hand to the lower back, doesn't matter which one. And as we breathe in, raise the opposite arm up. Now you can just stretch up straight tall, or if it feels okay to do so, a little back bend. And then we exhale, lowering down. We swap the hands over and we breathe in. We lengthen up tall first, then perhaps a little back bend. And lower. Last time, both arms lift up, perhaps a little back bend, and then we come into extended child. Inhale, cat, tuck your toes, down face dog pose. We're not holding. Lowering the knees down. Extended child. Now looking along the mat, we come through into Bhujangasana, cobra. Back into extended child. Inhale, come up. Palms together. And exhale. So let's try that again. So one hand to the lower back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Swap the hands over. Both arms up. And coming forward, extended child. Inhale, cat, tuck your toes, down face dog pose. Back into cat. And child. Sliding along the floor through into Bhujangasana, cobra. Back into child. Inhale, come up. Exhale. We're going to do 3 more of these. So one hand to the lower back. If you're a bit low in energy, feel free to rest for 1 round and visualize yourself doing the practice. Both arms up and forward. Inhale, cat, tuck your toes, down face dog pose. Back into cat and child. Sliding on the floor and back. Now come up. Exhale. Breathe in, lengthen up, then perhaps a little back bend. And exhale, swap the hands over. Coming forward. Inhale, cat, tuck your toes into dog. Back into cat. And child. Sliding along the floor. Breathe in, lift. And breathe out. Okay, last one without the sound of my voice. When you finish, rest the hands at the heart, soften your shoulders, soften the face, and take a breath or two here. And release. Okay, couple of options now, either to work a bit more with cat or down face dog pose, or the stronger option is to have a go at doing dolphin and low plank, which is good for building up our upper body strength and a bit of core work. But any shoulder issues, you won't want to do that stronger option. So either doing your own thing or come along with me. So we're going to interlace the fingers. Elbows are shoulder width apart, and then we're going to tuck the toes and walk our feet in towards the body as close as we can. So the head is hanging in the air. It's not actually on the mat. We're pressing down into the forearms, lifting the shoulders away from the ears up into the back. So you can stay here as long as you like. When you want to change, just slide your feet back along the mat and come into low plank. So the body's in a straight line and you're breathing. And again, you can stay here for 1 breath or perhaps up to 5 breaths. When you want to change, come back into dolphin, walk your feet in. Good. Keep the breath flowing. You can go back into low plank again if you like. So just another 15 seconds. Of course, when you've had enough, we'll all come into child pose and rest. Just your favorite version of child. Just take a moment to check in with yourself. Find your breath. Good. And gently release. Okay. So we're going to come up onto the knees. I'm sorry, those of you with knee issues, just be careful if this isn't going to work for you at all. Please work with some variation at this point. You can put some padding underneath the knees. But this next practice is actually for our hips. It's a really good practice for working to stabilize our hips and our pelvis. You might even want to have a wall near you or a chair if you feel a little bit wobbly with this one. It's a bit of a challenge, but it's a really good one to practice. I haven't done this one before. It's a new one that I've learned quite recently myself. So that where the hands are on the hips, nice tall spine. Because it's a balance, we're going to need to keep our gaze on something in front of us that's not moving. So the wall or the floor in front of you. Exhale all breath. And then as we breathe in, we're going to see if we can bring this right leg forward and up into the air. So if we can, without the foot touching the floor. And then as we exhale, we lower the knee down. And then we try the other side. Inhale, bring that left leg forward, foot in the air if we can. And exhale, lower. So we'll try this a few more times. So breathe in, see if you can bring the right leg forward. Breathe out, place the knee down. Inhale, lift the left leg forward. And exhale down. Keep the breath flowing, right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. It might feel quite different on one side compared to the other. It does for me. Right leg up. It might be a lot more wobbly on one side than the other, and lower. No judgment here. Left leg up and down. Now you can keep doing this, or we're going to add an extra step for a bit of fun. So we're going to take the right leg forward, place it down, carefully come up to stand and lift this left leg up. Then carefully lower this left knee down and the right. So let's try that on the other side. So we take the left leg forward, place the foot down, inhale, come up, lift that right leg up, lower it back down, and left knee lowers. Let's try a couple more to each side. So right leg forward, place it down, standing, lift the left leg up, lengthening up through the crown top, shoulders relaxed, lower the left knee and the right. Left leg forward and down, standing up, lift the right knee and lower, release the left. Let's try one more to each side. Right leg up, foot down, standing up, left leg up, lower the left knee and the right. Left leg forward, place it down, standing up, place it down and release. Bet you're happy that's over. Oh, let's come to sit down. All right, you might be sitting up onto a blanket or a cushion. So a bit more hip work. Feet are a little wide apart. Hands are behind us, trying to keep the chest open, not rounding the shoulders and collapsing the chest, so chest forward. So this is just a very simple, gentle movement of rolling both knees over to one side. We're aiming to bring the knees down to the floor as close as we can. And then we come back to center as we breathe in, breathe into the heart and to the other side. So again, we might find it's quite different on this second side. Breathe to center and to the side. Inhale, center. Let's keep going. Inhale. Make sure you're not starting to harden the face, the mouth, not clenching the teeth. Good. Now, if you want to change this a little bit, inhale, take the knees over to one side and the top hand goes to your hip. And we come back to center, hand goes down, we move to the other side and the hands on the top hip. Breathe yourself to center, chest forward, to the other side, hand onto your hip. Inhale, center, and exhale. You can speed this up. I'm keeping it very slow, but you can go faster if that feels good this morning. Now, if you want to take it one step further, now take the knees over to the side and the arm lifts up and over the head. And then we come back to center, the hand goes down, we roll to the other side, arm up and over. Come back to center. Find your rhythm with this. Let's do one more to each side. And come back to center. Just bring the legs in a little bit and we'll rest the arms forward. You might sigh the breath away a couple of times. Okay, from here we're going to have a go at boat Navasana. So at another balancing practice, also working to strengthen our core, strengthen our back. So the hands can stay on the floor behind you like this, and you can lift one, you might even lift one leg up, not two, and just hold this, or both legs up with the hands on the floor behind you. Otherwise, we're going to hold on to the sides of our lower legs, sit up nice and tall, and then we'll start to lean back a little bit, see if we can lift one leg up, and if possible, the other leg as well. Inner edge of your big toes are touching, and we're looking to our big toes, holding, letting the breath flow. Perhaps a little smile on your lips. We're going to do this a couple of times. So when you need to rest, just lower the feet down. Take a rest. All right, so a second time, either hands behind you or holding the lower legs, leaning back, lifting the legs up. So you can keep a hold of the legs, or this time some of you might like to release the hands so the palms are facing each other alongside your legs. And if you'd like to, you can try going into the full boat, straightening the legs, breathing. And again, when you've had enough, lower the legs and have a rest. Okay, so because we've just done boat, why don't we try rowing the boat? Taking our boat for a row. So the legs are straight. You might be sitting up onto some support. Feet are hip width apart, and we're going to imagine picking up our imaginary oars. So just making soft fists with the hands. And as we inhale, we're going to come forward. So imagine we're on some beautiful body of water, taking our little boat for a row. Exhale, we lean back. So inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's do a couple more. And then we're going to reverse, and we're going to reverse the breath as well. So inhale here, and then exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Two more. Face relaxed, mouth relaxed. When you finish that last one, come to center, pop your oars to one side and come into a semi-supine position, lying down on your back. Excuse me. You can take your arms out to the side. You might close the eyes and just rest for a moment in silence. I'd like to share with you a poem while you're resting from John O'Donohue. Solitude is one of the most precious things in the human spirit. It is different from loneliness. When you are lonely, you become acutely conscious of your own separation. Solitude can be a homecoming to your own deepest belonging. One of the lovely things about us as individuals is the incommensurable in us. In each person, there is a point of absolute non-connection with everything else and with everyone. This is fascinating and frightening. It means that we cannot continue to seek outside ourselves for things we need from within. The blessings for which we hunger are not to be found in other places or people. These gifts can only be given to you by yourself. They are at home at the hearth of your soul. We're going to do a little more core strengthening work, a bit of a theme today. This is a really great practice, and we're going to do it lying down. You can have a look if you haven't done this with me before. Many of you have. So we're going to lift the feet into the air, creating a right angle with our feet and our legs, our legs. Feel that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. Now you might even just stay here. This is quite good in itself, and just work to, you can feel the abdominal muscles working here as you work to press the lower back down. You might just stay here. This might be enough. Those of you who want to take it up a bit, place the hands onto your thighs. We're going to try to push the thighs away. And at the same time, we're pressing the thighs back into the hands. Good. Imagine your feet are pressing against a wall. So holding here, lower back pressing down, back of the neck long, tuck the chin forward, keep the breath flowing. And of course, when you need a little rest, just hug the knees in. We're going to do this a couple more times. All right, when you're ready for a second go, take the legs into position, perhaps the hands onto your thighs, and begin pressing the palms of the hands into your thighs, thighs pressing back into your palms. Make sure you're not holding the breath, softening the skin of the face. When you need a little rest, hug the knees in. You might even rock from side to side. Okay, let's have a third go. Legs into position, perhaps hands onto your thighs, and breathe. Rest when you need to. Now, if you've had enough of this work, then just choose to either rest or come into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Those of you who'd like to try a variation of that, so taking it a bit further, you can come along with me. So again, we take the legs into the position, but this time we're going to take the right hand onto the left thigh, so diagonal across. The left arm is down alongside us. As we inhale, we're going to, so we're pressing this right palm into the thigh and the thigh back. As we inhale, we're going to straighten the right leg, reach the left arm up overhead. And as we exhale, we draw the leg in and the left arm comes down by our side. So let's do 2 more of these. So breathe in, straighten the right leg, left arm overhead. And exhale, draw in, left arm down. And 1 more, inhale. And exhale, good. Just lower the feet for a moment. Take a breath. And then we'll try the other side. So legs into position, left hand to your right thigh this time. Right arm down alongside your hip. Exhale, all breath. As we breathe in, we're straightening the left leg, right arm stretches up and overhead, and exhale. So 2 more, inhale, exhale. Keep pressing the lower back down. And last one. Good. Place the feet down. If the belly's feeling quite activated here, you might even just use your fingertips and just tap lightly over the belly. Send the breath down into this part of you. Thank it. Send it a big thank you for all the work that it's doing for us. Good. Okay. Either now, let's all bring the knees into the chest, either rocking from side to side, or some of you might like to take the hands under your knees, lift your head towards your knees and rock back and forth. So either side to side or back and forth. Good. And then let's come back into a semi-supine position, feet hip width apart, a little bit pigeon-toed. Again, check that your head, neck and spine are in alignment, lower back pressing down, palms are down alongside your hips. Preparing now to work with bridge. So we're going to just do a few flowing movements with bridge, and then I'll give you the option to hold bridge, and we'll work with a stronger variation, those of you who'd like to. Let's exhale all breath. As we breathe in, we're going to start to lift. And lower. Breathing in, we lift, press down into the feet, particularly the big toe side of the foot. And lower. Your breath and your spine rolling like a wave. A fluid motion. Breath and movement working together as one. So breath fully supporting your movement, fueling your movement. Now you're welcome to continue working dynamically as we are now. Or the next time you lift up, let's hold bridge. If you'd like to, you can interlace your fingers under the body, wriggle from side to side, tuck the shoulders in underneath, and we'll hold. But if this isn't right for you this morning, just flowing or having a rest. Now, those of you who'd like to take it one step further, walk your feet together. As you breathe in, draw the right knee in towards your chest. And as you exhale, send that right leg up into the sky. Now we want to try and keep that left knee pointing straight up as well, not that left leg now splaying out to the side. Keep breathing, keep lifting your hips. Good, and then carefully lower that right foot down. Inhale, left knee comes in, and exhale, send that left leg up to the sky, pointing your toes. Breathe, lifting the hips, pressing the right big toe side of the foot into the mat. This side might feel quite different to the first side. That's okay, no judgment. And then lowering the left foot down, release your hands and roll the spine down. Bring the knees in. Let's cross the legs at the ankles, a hand on each knee, and making some nice little circles on the floor with your lower back. Although we haven't done standing poses today, there's been some quite challenging work we've done. You might be feeling the effects of that. Okay, cross the legs the other way and circling in the opposite direction. Let's come back to center, stretch the legs out along the mat, and we're going to work with what's called the universal spinal twist. So we're going to flex the feet, place the right foot on the left thigh. Left arm is going to, or left hand's going to go to the outer edge of the right knee, and right arm at shoulder height, palm facing upward down. Just feel that you are in alignment here, and then take a deep breath in. And we'll lower that knee over to the left side, trying to relax your right shoulder. Head may turn to the right if that's okay for your neck. Otherwise, just looking up towards the ceiling. You might like to close the eyes. And just visualize the breath flowing up and down your spine. Just allowing yourself to soften and let go a little more with each out breath. Softening the forehead. Relaxing your temples, your jaw. Couple more breaths here. And then gently come back to center. Just hug that right knee in for a couple of breaths. And then stretch that leg out. Perhaps give the legs a bit of a shake. All right, so let's do the same on the other side. Left foot on your right thigh. Right hand to the outer edge of the left knee. Left arm might be palm facing up or down, out to the side, shoulder height. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, that knee moves over to the right side. Relaxing that left shoulder. Head may turn to the left. Again, see if you can soften a little more. Release a little more with each exhalation. Just a couple more breaths. And then gently come back to center. Hug that left knee in. And release, stretch it out. Give the legs a bit of a shake. Let's inhale now, take both arms overhead, stretch from fingertip to toe tip. And lowering the arms down. Let's do that twice more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Last one. Good. Okay. We're going to move into Shavasana, but if there's any last little movement your body would like before resting, please honor that. Take your time. I'm going to come up closer again to you. So if you're just moving straight into Shavasana, make sure that you've got all the support you need. If you wear glasses, just take those off, pop them to the side. Might even like to cover your eyes. Might like to sigh the breath away. It's a little longer Shavasana this morning. We're going to start off with that breathing practice we did at the start of the practice. So when you're ready and lying down, I'll invite you to bring your left thumb to the bottom of the left index finger. As you breathe in and slide the thumb up to the top of the index finger, may my body anchor me. And then move the thumb to the middle finger. May my breath carry me to the ring finger. May my mind steady me. To the little finger, may I return to who I am. Now just take a breath there, rest that left hand, and then we'll do the same with the right hand. So thumb to the base of the index finger. When you're ready, may my body anchor me. Middle finger, may my breath carry me. Ring finger, may my mind steady me. To the little finger, may I return to who I am. Rest the right hand, take a breath. Okay, both hands. So thumbs to the base of both index fingers. May my body anchor me. May my breath carry me. May my mind steady me. May I return to who I am. Relax both hands. Take a breath. I invite you now to visualize yourself standing outside in a beautiful, largely untouched place in nature. Take note of your surroundings and use all of your senses to explore this place. Before you now, there appears a cave or a temple. So you decide with a joyfully beating heart to walk towards this sacred place. Your step is soft and light, and in your hands you carry a beautiful, precious gift for the altar. When you reach the cave or temple and enter into the space, you realize that this is your inner sacred space, the temple of your spiritual form. Beautiful, delicate sounds fill the space. Incense wafts through the air. Radiant light surrounds everything. And after just a brief moment, you see before you Atman, your true self. You offer your divine self the precious gift. And then you sit down in front of the altar to meditate. The whole space is now filled with light, power, and peace. Your heart is full of gratitude, love, devotion, grace. See yourself sitting in meditation, surrounded by radiant white light. Allow the space of your heart to open so that you can dissolve into your inner self. At this precise moment, you hear the voice of yourself, which announces to you something you've been wanting to know for a very long time. Listen to this voice. Take this experience and this knowledge very deeply within you. Let your whole being be absorbed by it. And then bow in reverence, gratitude, and love before your divine self. Now slowly begin to detach yourself from your inner space. Become aware again of the sacred space you are in, the cave or temple. Take a moment to bow before the altar. And then stand up and leave the space just as you came, quietly and with light steps. Allow this memory to remain vividly within you as you rest a little longer. Feel free to remain lying down if you're happy there. For those of you who are ready to move on into the rest of your day, start now to deepen the breath. Wriggle your fingers and toes. And quietly roll over to one side, just curling up into a little ball. Hug your knees in. I'd like to share a final poem with you from John O'Donoghue. May you recognize in your life the presence, power, and light of your soul. May you realize that you are never alone, that your soul in its brightness and belonging connects you intimately with the rhythms of the universe. May you have respect for your individuality and difference. May you realize that the shape of your soul is unique, that you have a special destiny here, that behind the facade of your life, there is something beautiful and eternal happening. May you learn to see yourself with the same delight, pride, and expectation with which God sees you in every moment. Let's quietly come up to sit now. We'll close our practice with one Om if you'd like to bring the hands together at the heart space. Exhale all breath. Breathing in. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Lots of love. Bye.